Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
Mr. Magazine, I'm going to tell you, you're aware of this deal, but I'm going to tell you about probably the best deal that I've gotten this year.
Okay.
And the best deal that I've gotten this year was when I bought out that estate sale for $400. And I got a lot of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have, well, A, obviously I wouldn't have bought because it sat there for 4 days.
Sure.
But B, it was a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally have purchased that now I'm selling and learning new areas, things that I wouldn't necessarily have ever known about before.
Right,
I've got a few more things. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. So
Yeah.
the different things that I'm looking for. And of course, there were things that were missed by other people and me throughout the days as well, that as I was looking at the stuff that I brought home, I'm like, oh, that was a good deal. That was a good item in there. How did that fall through? Now, part of it might have been they had it too high price at the estate sale,
Sure.
but it was still a decent item.
Yeah.
So what tips can you give people for big bulk buys?
Well, you're definitely the king of the estate sale and flea market. Well, not so much flea market, but estate sales, because you go there, you get a relationship going with them. They know you're the book guy or the paper guy. So then they know, hey, if I got this left over, and I'm sure it's not the hottest stuff at any estate sale.
Generally, no.
Right, yeah, so. But, yeah, that's the biggest thing, having a connection with them, that you're their go-to guy when they have a lot of stuff that didn't sell, and they know you'll take it all and you'll buy it cheap.
Well, and it's the same thing at the flea market. There's one gentleman there, shout out, he's a subscriber, who sets up at the local flea market, and I've talked to him any number of times, and he's got good deals. He knows I sell and whatnot, and he'll give me a deal to allow me to make money on it. And I've talked to him a couple of times, and I think what we might end up doing is at the end of this flea market season, he might wholesale out a lot of his paper to me because he generally just sets up at flea markets.
Yeah.
Well, the last flea market is, I think, the first week in October. He's going to be setting up again in April. Now, I'm sure he's got other ways to make money, other deals, other hustles, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But he's going to, and again, who knows how much stuff he's going to have at the end of the flea market.
Yeah.
But say he's got 10 boxes of paper left over.
He might bring everything he's got and clear it out, and then, oh, now I'm good to go. I'm going to reset for April.
Absolutely. He's got, let's say, 10 boxes of paper left over, and we work out a price. He can get, and again, I have no idea what he's getting. This is not an offer, but say $250. I give him $250 in October.
Yeah.
Take everything away. He then uses that $250 at various sales, house calls, all the things that he ends up doing.
Yeah.
How much stuff can he reload off of that $250?
Well, thousands.
And versus having those 10 boxes sit there over the winter.
And he's got room now for 6 months.
Yeah.
To rebuild and stuff. Not like you, but he's got room.
Versus having it sit there for 6 months, generating no income whatsoever. Right. He actually now has some money in his pocket that he can go out and buy stuff with as well.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I guarantee you, if I bought him out, I'm going to find stuff when I go through it that I'll be like, how did I not see this the first time? The first 8 times I went through it. Well, because there's enough stuff that you miss it.
Yeah.
And everybody else misses it as well. So it would be a good deal for him. It would be a good deal for me.
Sure.
Win-win. And those are the best situations. Same thing with the estate sale company. They want to see the stuff gone.
Yeah.
So, makes their client happy. Hey, we sold everything out. Yeah, we sold some stuff at the end cheap, but you didn't care because you didn't want anything back.
Right.
It's all gone. We found a sucker. I mean, paper go away to buy it all. But it works out being a good deal for me as well because I'm making money off the stuff also. So I guess the moral of the story is do not be afraid of the bulk buy. Don't let it scare you away as long as it's obviously within what you can handle.
Yeah, right.
We've talked before, somebody's got 500,000 comic books. We can't handle 500,000 comic books. Just can't do that.
We would try.
Probably would.
If it was a deal of a century and we could make room, sure, why not?
Probably would try, but no, we can't handle 500,000 comic books. But, do talk to the estate sale people, and the best question that you can ask them is, what are they going to do with everything at the end? And sometimes they already have deals with clean out people, and sometimes it goes right back to the owner. Sometimes the estate sale company buys it all out. Well, either which way, if you can get in, they're going to wholesale everything out to a clean out guy. you probably are going to be able to pay more for your niche than that clean out guy.
Yeah.
That clean out guy is paying absolute pennies
Nothing. Yeah, right.
because he's taking everything. So obviously the electronic guy can pay more for electronics than the clean out guy. I can pay more for paper and books than the clean out guy. The tool guy can pay more from tools than the clean out guy.
Yeah.
Because the clean out guy has to pay, he's got to take it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can jump ahead of him just by talking to the estate sale company as
Sure.
well. That's how I ended up getting a $100 estate sale book clean out. Was like, yeah, I'll take all of them.
Yeah.
And they knew that the clean out guy wasn't going to give them $100.
No, right.
So they were happy. I was happy, and it's because I was in my specialty doing that as well. So don't run away from them. And as I've gotten more time on my hands being retired, and as I've gotten, more sure of myself having done it for so many years, I'm definitely, in fact, if anything, I'm finding the opposite problem is that I'm buying too much stuff because I talk too much. I don't know if you ever noticed that or not.
No.
But no, I network so much with people out there and when I walk in, they know, hey, I'm the paper guy, and they know that I'll take a big pile of stuff, and I'm not going to argue with price on them.
Right.
I'm not one of those guys. Well, you said 6 on that. Well, you take 5. Well, no, I just make a pile. We'll make a deal.
Yep.
We'll get out of there.
Exactly.
Easy peasy. You're happy. I'm happy. We're all happy. I'll make money. You know I will, and you know I'll be at your next sale.
Yeah.
So that works out really, really well as well. So do try to integrate the big deal into your sourcing. Buy people out, and the nice thing about it is there's always treasures in there. It'll cause you to learn things that you wouldn't otherwise have learned, which is invaluable.
Yeah.
Because the more knowledge you have, then when you're out somewhere else where you're not buying the bulk buy, you can cherry pick.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I had this at that last deal. This went for $80. This guy wants 2. Yeah, I'm buying this.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of deal as well. So in so many different ways, it helps you, and definitely the way to go. And if you could hit the like button, that's also the way to go. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.